If you want to quickly clean up an image, remove unwanted areas, or create transparent spaces in Photoshop, the eraser tool is one of the simplest tools to understand. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to use the eraser tool in Photoshop step by step, how to customize your brush settings, and what happens when you erase on different types of layers. If this tutorial helps you, make sure to hit like and subscribe for more Photoshop tips and beginner-friendly editing tutorials. Alright, let's jump right in. First, go to the left toolbar and click on the eraser tool icon. You can also press E on your keyboard as a shortcut, which is often the fastest way to select it. Once the eraser tool is active, you'll want to customize the brush before you start erasing, because the way the eraser looks and behaves depends on those settings. To change the brush size or softness, right-click anywhere on your canvas. This opens the brush settings menu. Here, you can adjust size, which controls how large the erased area will be with each stroke. If you want to remove bigger sections faster, increase the size. If you need more precision, make it smaller so you can work around the edges more carefully. Next is hardness. This setting controls how sharp or soft the edge of the eraser will be. If you set hardness to 100%, the eraser creates a crisp, clean edge, almost like cutting with scissors or paper. This is great when you want a defined shape or a sharp cutout. But if you lower the hardness closer to 0%, the edge becomes soft and blurry, which is perfect for blending, fading, or making smooth transitions between areas. Now, look up at the top options bar, because this is where you can fine-tune how the eraser tool behaves. The first setting is mode. For normal erasing, keep it set to brush. This gives you the standard soft or hard brush-style erasing that most people expect. If you switch it to block, the eraser becomes a rigid square shape, which is much less flexible and usually not what you want unless you specifically need that blocky effect. The next important setting is opacity. If you want the eraser to completely remove pixels, set opacity to 100%. That means the area you erase will be fully deleted. But if you lower opacity to 50% or less, the eraser becomes more like a fading tool. Instead of deleting everything at once, it removes the image gradually, which can be useful for soft blending or creating partial transparency effects. Once your brush settings and top options are ready, it's time to erase. Simply click and drag over the part of the image you want to remove. As you drag, Photoshop will erase the pixels based on the brush size, hardness, mode, and opacity you selected. But what you see after erasing depends on the type of layer you're working on, and this part is really important. If you're working on a standard layer with a transparent background, then the erased area will reveal the gray and white checkerboard pattern. That checkerboard does not mean there is actual gray and white in your image. It simply means that section is now transparent. In other words, those pixels are gone, and whatever is behind that layer will show through. But if you are working on a background layer, which is the locked layer marked with a padlock, Photoshop behaves differently. Instead of transparency, the erased area will reveal your background color square from the bottom of the toolbar, which is often white by default. So if you erase on a locked background layer, you are not really creating transparency in the same way. You are replacing those pixels with the background color. That's why understanding your layer type is so important before you start erasing. If you want transparent cutouts, make sure you are not editing a locked background layer. If needed, you can unlock it first or work on a duplicate layer so you have more control and can always go back if needed. A good tip is to zoom in when you are working near edges, especially if you want a cleaner result. Smaller brush sizes and higher hardness work well for precise edits, while larger brushes and lower hardness are better for soft blending. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to choose the right setting for the job. So to recap, use the E shortcut to select the eraser tool, right-click to adjust size and hardness, set mode to brush for normal use, choose your opacity depending on whether you want full deletion or a faded effect, and then erase based on the type of layer you're working on. Once you understand that, the eraser tool becomes a very simple but powerful part of your Photoshop workflow. If this video helped you, please hit the like button, subscribe for more Photoshop tutorials, and I'll see you in the next one.